Back when we had no God, no cops, and to clean the cut.
So here we are, ready to go racing for one final time this year. Another season of victories, controversies and rivalries lies in our wake. And just one challenge remains, here in the United Arab Emirates, on a circuit that made its spectacular debut back in 2009. Welcome to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We have 16 corners here at Yas Marina Circuit, 7 to the right and 9 to the left. It's a total lap distance of 3.28 miles, 2 long straights and overtaking opportunities throughout the lap. We expect average speeds of around 123 miles per hour. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Golden Boy lines up on pole position and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Norris, Perez, Russell, Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Albon, Ocon, Gasly, Ricciardo, Magnussen, Tsunoda, Bottas, Joe, Sargent, Hulkenberg and Oscar Piastri. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today, a man small in stature but big on comment, Anthony Davidson. Hello.
I don't know about you, Ant, but it seems like only a couple of weeks ago we were talking ahead of the first race. Here we are ahead of the last race. This year has just flown by.
Yeah, a lot of races to cover these days in Formula One, Crofty, as you well know, doing them all yourself. But it's the same for the drivers. It comes at you thick and fast, and you've got to pace yourself as well to get to this point in the season. If it has gone your way, it's a great time to just enjoy it. There's nothing that can change in the championship pecking order, of course. If you've won the championship already, go out and enjoy this race and send yourself off through the winter break. If it's been a bit of a year to forget, you can try and take a bit of solace in this Grand Prix, end on a high and carry that energy into next season.
Okay, so I know we've already won the championship, but it's amazing, but it's not time to switch off yet. We can relax in this race, but I want you to enjoy it. I also want a strong result. Okay, how was that pull away? You'll have a bit more grip than that on the start, but we need to warm the tyres properly now. Make sure you get some heat into the brakes as well. Conditions look stable at the moment, no rain currently expected. Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.6 seconds. Caution! Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Gap to your teammate behind, 9.3 seconds. Okay, mate, we've got some clear track in front of us, and let's make the best of it. So please make this next one a very fast lap. Great stuff, mate. You hit the target well there. Nice one. There's a long way to go in this race, though, so keep your head down. teammate by 12.0 seconds. We're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, we want you to pit this lap, so push now, push. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Let's go now, come on. Your late turn-in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop, I'm afraid. Alright, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Red Bull drivers just moved into first place. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. We're in P4. Norris just ahead. Push for the position. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Alonso behind you now. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, gap to leader, 7.3 seconds. 16 laps now until your pit window opens. Alright mate, that's 39 laps to go. And gap to the car in front, 5.0 seconds. Charles is in the pits. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, so all of our tyre pressure data is currently reading 0. Assuming they still look inflated to you, we're going to guess that it's just a bad sensor. Shouldn't be anything to worry about. Okay, mate, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please. Oh mate, great stuff. You hit that target. That sets us up nicely for the rest of this race. first lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. now, and you're going to be on hards next time. Gap to your teammate behind, 29.3 seconds. Now, we're boxing this lap. Box. Let's have you in at the end of this lap, please. Okay, go, go, go! That stop wasn't great, we've lost some time there. That was our last stop, no more scheduled pit stops, let's go. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Tyre condition still looking good. Okay mate, we're not using as much fuel as we predicted, which means we've got extra performance in hand, so let's push and use it all up. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Charles is in for his stop now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 35.7 seconds. Okay, well, it wasn't to be this time, but not to worry. There's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus. Norris has just put in the fastest lap of the race so far. Gap to your teammate behind, 34.4 seconds. Overtake button more, it's time to utilise some of this energy, come on. Green flag. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 32.7 seconds. yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, clear. Gap to your teammate behind, 31.9 seconds. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Fantastic drive, that's just fantastic, amazing, you deserved that race win, well done mate.
That's it then, they've taken the win here as we wrap up another fantastic Formula One season.
They've won the championship and now they sign off in style as winning the last race of the season as well. Brilliant stuff by this driver today, and you carry that momentum through to next year as well, of course. So it's for all now to try and stop what they've created.
Here come our winners now, a thrilling race and a tremendous effort by Ferrari. Their history is well known, so it's no surprise to fans the world over to see them come out on top once again. So let's celebrate the end of the season, but I know a lot of you will be very sad out there thinking, what are you going to do without Formula One? Don't worry, folks, it'll be back before you know it. We'll see you next year.
On a Monday, can I see you? Can I check my numbers? Cause I want to. I know it's annoying how much I do. Spending you the day that I want. The day that I want. Another day then. Maybe Tuesday.
Wow, Angel, what do you think?
Wow.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Yeah, yes, Maria.
We are in Yas Marina circuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
In Abu Dhabi, going for 5th out of 5th win, right?
Yep.
This is the final lap, right? We saw the F1 race from here, right?
Yes.
Yes, so first turn. Everything looks good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here is the Abu Dhabi hill. And here we go to the Ferrari world. That's why we always win here, right?
Yes.
Ferrari world. This is when the 2021 championship was decided. So I'm going for my 4th title, right?
Yep.
Let's go. So there are 2 long straights over here. What a great race, right?
Perfect. You did great performance, bro.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the performance. As the W Hotel Asexpo now. Here you can go over the track, right?
Yep.
Here you can do the racing experience, right?
Yeah, you have
You
it
don't
done.
know it. This is one of the coolest corners here. Of course, we're just going slow now. And here, enjoy the Yas Viceroy Hotel, right? What do you think, darling? We stay here, right?
Yes.
In different rooms, also here over the sky bridge. And here, this is the entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is it, darling. Who is the winner? Who is the winner? 18th time, darling.
Congratulations.
Right.
You are champion.
Yeah, we got it even in this unlucky but very beautiful fashion, right?
Yeah.
What a great performance, Angel. What do you think?
Great, oh.
Right,
Congratulations.
and we can see the fireworks, right? They are starting now. Of course. Wow, what a great win. That's 18 wins of the season, and this was the 20th podium, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least if we didn't get 20 wins, we've gotten 20 podiums. Who's the race winner?
Yeah.
Wow, what a great performance, right? Yes, let's celebrate! Good job! Wow, what a great win, right, Ali? Great win, look at this. Okay. Yeah, that's how it looks like. So now we will go for our 18th trophy, right?
Yep.
20th. Yeah, and this is now the only race. We race here 5 times. It's 5 out of 5. 5 pole positions, 5 victories, right? 5 fastest laps. We really had to fight for the fastest lap there. And
Yeah.
Forza Ferrari!
Yeah.
Yes, and now champagne against the 2 main contenders. Wow! I hope you enjoy this performance.
Sure.
Yeah, hey, look at his nuts. Really got us there. Yeah, so great win, right?
I know later is a firework later.
Yeah, that's also 20 wins for Scuderia Ferrari, right, Ali? Yeah. And it saved nicely. So, Angel, what did you think about this amazing performance?
Yeah, I have to say, you really did a great job, bro.
Right?
Yeah.
At the start.
At the beginning, yeah, you are a little bit slower, and yeah, like teenage, take over.
Right. You can see there are some fireworks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was very close here with the fastest lap. In the end, we won by 5 seconds. But yeah, we had a nice cushion of over 15, right? To about almost 20 seconds from first up end. But yeah, the start wasn't so great, right? At the beginning, because obviously at the start, you know what happened, right? I just couldn't get into second, third gear, right?
Yeah.
So then, we had to spend about 3 laps behind him. Then once we overtook him, for about 3 laps, once he lost the DRS, we had a touch, right? In one of the corners, Yeah, but thankfully nothing happened to the car, and from there on, we always had a few tenths in our belt. We did medium, hard, right? That's unusual. We usually try to avoid the hard, but once I put on the hard, I was still flying. No issues with the energy recovery system, otherwise we would set this amazing win for the most wins in F1 season. But I have to say, this was the best season 2024, right, darling?
Yes.
Yes, I think we can recap, right? Shakir in Bahrain, victory. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, victory. Melbourne, Australia, victory. Suzuka, Japan, victory. Shanghai, China, victory. Miami, United States, victory on first. Imola, Italy, victory on first. Monte Carlo, Monaco, 19. That's really the track. It's the most difficult one. We really have to win it one day. Montreal, Canada, victory. Barcelona, Spain, victory. Of course, Red Bull Ring, Austria, victory, right?
Yeah.
Especially it's around our birthday. Silverstone, Great Britain, Golden Trophy, victory. Hungary Ring, Hungary, lucky victory. Due to the retirement of the Red Bull Spa, Belgium, record-breaking victory. We equal Michael Schumacher, right? Zandvoort, the Netherlands, victory to break the Dutch heart. Monza, Italy, very sad, 7th place, right? Due to the spin. But you can see the main contender, he spent today, right? So yeah, it can happen to the best. Baku, Azerbaijan, 5th. Marina Bay, Singapore, we've been there, victory. Austin, United States, we won the title, 2nd place, unlucky. Mexico City, Mexico, ran out of fuel, 2nd place, otherwise would have had a record. Interlagos, Brazil, victory. Las Vegas, United States, we will go there next. Angel, victory. Losail, Qatar, 7th place because we lost the battery. Otherwise, we would have won. We were leading by 10 seconds. Yas Marina, United Arab Emirates, victory! Yeah, I'm really loving it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 24 positions, darling. 24 if you count, the sprints, right? Because we also won 4 sprints in China, in Miami, and we also won the sprints in Austria. So in Miami we didn't win, in Austria, in Austin we won, and in Qatar, right? So yeah, 24 victories in total, also 24 pole positions, 28 fastest laps. That's amazing, right? Only Brazilian sprint we didn't get, and we didn't get it in Qatar because we lost the battery. And yeah, 20 podiums, right? 24 podiums, and yeah, 18 victories, 22 with sprints. Angel, what do you think?
Wow, I think it's your best season, huh?
Yeah, definitely, and yeah, thank you, of course, for the support. This SF1000T 818 Formula 1 Trustmaster Scuderia Ferrari Racing Simulator is so amazing, so great to drive. But the most important is our biggest fan, right, Angel?
Yeah, it's me.
Yes, you greatly enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
So great, so thank you. I'm so happy you could see this performance. I was a little bit worried, but yeah, at least with this fashion, we won 3 out of 6 now. And now it's time for the new fashion, new season. But not before we celebrate, right, Emily?
Yeah, let's celebrate.
Of course, I love you. Thank you, my biggest fan.
You're welcome, my best. Yeah, F1 driver, young Lucas.
And remember, now it's the 4th time Formula 1 Scuderia Ferrari World Champion.
World champion.
Hello everybody and welcome here to the home of Yannis Valisa Champion, and of course Ferrari's biggest fan and Ferrari's fastest driver, and celebrating Yannis Valisa Champion. As you know, we just made it over here. This is the final meter of this record-breaking 2024 FIA Formula 1 season, and as we are concluding and as the fireworks are about to be unleashed here on the Yas Marina circuit, obviously on the outskirts of Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, which is the proud host of the final round 24 of the championship. We are celebrating over here with our 18th victory of the season, and you could have already seen obviously the celebrations with Angel Amy, as we were looking to conclude the season in real style. We've never lost here in Abu Dhabi, so we were going, as I said, when we were doing qualifying on that Scuderia Red Retina iMac for that 5th win on this 5-star circuit, and we achieved it here with the Ferrari SF1000T 818 Formula 1 Racing Simulator. So of course, we will be celebrating a lot over here. As you can definitely imagine, so in this exclusive race reaction, we will tell you everything about this race, how I think really well, executed it was, and then this race reaction, because it will be the final one, it will be the final 24th Grand Prix and 30th if we count the sprints, race reaction. Obviously, it would also be technically the 24th victory that I achieved, because technically I achieved 19 wins due to that winning that Imola twice and then the 4th sprints. Well, it should be actually, 23 wins. Well, anyways, could have been even more as I'm racing, here my fist and the finger for number one, the index finger, for a champion. And, I'm so happy. Obviously, this is a beautiful car. That looks beautiful. It's beautiful to drive, and yeah, here, after that tussle of the 4-time Ferrari Formula 1 champion with that 4-time Red Bull Formula 1 World champion, it's clear who would come on top, right? Exactly, so we will show it to you, then we will take a look at the exclusive race highlights, which I'm sure you guys were, definitely waiting for, and then we will conclude the whole season by looking at the 2024 Formula 1 Drivers' Table and of course the Constructors' Championship as well. We will then get to celebrate, and of course after that we will also take a look at our rating and just all of the statistics which are absolutely very, very important. So I'm sure you probably already seen some of them as we were broadcasting live, as obviously the season is coming to the close, and then yes, we are going to go for the new contract, yay, in our home sweet home. This is coming from the second home sweet home, which is obviously the Ferrari road, obviously, here in Abu Dhabi, but yeah. We will then be going, to Monaco, where we are based as the Scuderia Ferrari Formula 1 driver, and there we will sign that contract with Scuderia Ferrari. So what to tell you, once I planted it on a pole position, I pretty much knew, that it was my race to lose. We were looking at the strategy, I was really happy with the setup. I put in quite a lot of fuel, I have to say that, maybe I overfueled it by 1.5 laps. Maybe I only needed to put 2 more laps of fuel instead of 3.5. It did maybe make me a little bit slower, but I was as a result able to push, and never suffer from any drop off in performance, which was obviously very, very important. And yeah, clearly it was clear from the strategy, maybe a little bit to my surprise, because obviously I do remember some of the races like the 2016 race, when we ran well over the half distance due to the compound selected, and obviously we again went to the balanced star allocation. Perfect weekend ride so far, topped all the practice sessions, perfected all the practice programs, all of the objectives, topped all the qualifying sessions. So we were really going, for it, for the fastest lap, and obviously podium race victory. And obviously try to get the maximum amount of points that we could. So we decided over here, there was my choice was between 2 or 3 stops, right? The one stop was really kind of a no-go. So at the beginning, we decided to start on mediums, right? So we would then see how it would go. How about obviously, the tire degradation, and medium hard was the suggested strategy. I was kind of hoping for medium soft. But I didn't know that the soft tires would probably, not be able to last more than 10-15 laps. So as a result, we would have to run the mediums well over 20 laps, maybe 22 going to lap 22, 24, and then stopping at around lap, perhaps 48, because now this is a 58 lap race. It is not a 55 lap race, as obviously famously since the 2021 season. So yeah, we went for a 2-stop. And I believe it was the right strategy, obviously, on the only 2 4-time world champions, on starting from the front row, started on the medium tires, everybody started on the hards, and it was no surprise that when we pull away, that we were immediately leading, from them, and relatively easily. And yeah, as a result, right? So, when the 5 lights out went out, for the final time, we set up, I was really, hoping to get a good start. As you can see, it's a very short run, down to turn 1. Obviously, we've seen the race over here, from the podium, right? As you can see on our YouTube channel as well. So, I did know that, hey, I should really be able to hold the lead, but I wasn't. And it was a big surprise, to be honest, so, I tried to do everything perfectly, warm up the tires, I had quite a high revs, but, still, going from the first gear, the pull away wasn't great, and second gear, I kind of, try to engage, try to put in, a lot of the throttle, so a lot of the gas, went very quickly, up the revs, and when I was already in the third gear, Verstappen was next to me, and I was unable, to defend him. I didn't even use any battery, to be honest, because I was so afraid, of the wheel spin. The car was just sluggish to get again, off the start. But hey, I was second. I basically settled behind Verstappen for a couple of laps, didn't let him run away. We kept up with the DRS zone. It wasn't, that easy to overtake, but at the end of lap 4, basically, we went to the right-hand side, and went around the outside. He didn't push us wide, which was great, and then for a couple of laps, we had to defend it, so it was a mighty tussle. As you will see, I think the first 6 laps were very, very entertaining, but once we were able to establish the gap of about 1 second, we were then steadily increasing it, but not as much as I thought. And the other guys, you can see here, we are finishing on hards. Me and Verstappen and others are on the mediums. They dropped off by over 10 seconds. And then the very incredible thing happened, which is, when I was kind of getting to lap 16, 17, suddenly, there was like, oh, yellow flag, green flag, go, right? My engineer said, and yeah, it was basically Verstappen spinning, so he lost about 10 seconds, and from then on, we stopped just like according to the strategy to maximize it. So at the end of lap 18, we did stop, put in a new set of mediums. We were, then able, to do actually, pretty well, I would say. We had, a gap of, a couple of seconds, we were, a couple of seconds, behind, but Perez and Norris and Leclerc quickly stopped, and once they did that, obviously allow us to retain the lead. We had a lead of always about 10, 12, 14, 16 seconds, and then at the end of lap, I believe it was 38, we stopped then for the hard tires, right? So again, once we've gotten to the scheduled pit stop, I would just stop actually, at the same time, like for example, the first stop was stopping, and when I came out, I kind of knew that I did have to stop, so I clearly, sent the signal to the pits, because I knew Norris was about 25 seconds behind. Man, and when I got out, the flashes of the 2016 title decided came out, and also kind of out of the final stop, I came in, right, going under, going below the track, right, that, very, very sharp turn in, that you have to execute, so it feels very, very slow, and in the end, I was just, less than a second ahead of Norris, just like I was, I believe, less than a second ahead of Rosberg, when I was fighting for the championship 8 years ago as well, and, I was just happy that, the tires quickly warm up. I was a bit concerned of, obviously, what happened in Qatar was that, when we switched to the hard tires, we struggled, but no such, issues over here. On the Yas Marina, we quickly, pull up the gap, and, then we were able to drive it home with hardly any mistake, as you will see in exclusive race highlights. So I'm so pleased, we definitely wanted to execute it, and, it makes us so happy, because obviously we can now enjoy, the off-season, and yeah, it would have been great if we would have broken more records, with this. I mean, obviously, if you think about it, having 23 out of 24 fastest laps, basically 28 fastest laps in total, 24 pole positions, 20 Grand Prix, 4 sprints, and now this is our 18th victory, 22nd overall. If you count Imola, it will be 19 victory with 4 sprints, 23rd overall. Yeah, it's just magnificent, isn't it? So over here, let's take a look at the exclusive race highlights, because we have a lot here to show you. So perfectly executed race, perfectly executed one. I was really, really happy about it. And here are our exclusive race highlights. So you guys, all together, let's take a look at it. So over here, this is the big star. You can see 2-4 champion going for it. Yeah, let's go, Jan! Yeah. So over here, great start. By sadly the Red Bull over here. You can see, my eyes really focus here on the apex. I was even, checking if Leclerc wasn't gonna attack, but he lost the place to Perez, and yeah. Not perfect, but obviously, having the tire advantage here at the beginning, meant that it was pretty much between me and the Red Bull driver, right? So over here, it's something, to work on, but you can see that very quickly, we were able, to get the tires to the right operating temperature, and once we started set the fastest, the purple sectors, we were gonna be unbeatable. Yay! And this is coming very, very soon over here, right? So yes, you can definitely see over here, as we are gonna be, tackling it over here on lap 4. So here we've overtaken Verstappen, but immediately after that made a mistake. And look at this! Wow, come on! Yes, it's a big fight over here, but yeah, he just had to let it go. This is my turn. We've obviously been there. Lap 5 again, you know, Verstappen chasing me here with authority, but we did a great job over here, you know, to keep him behind, you know, so that not much has happened. We obviously pulled that blood a little bit off, but you can see I'm already having a bit of an advantage, and yeah, you know, this was again, you know, another important moment, you know, in the middle of lap 6, you know, we defended the inside very well, and over here, you know, with authority, come on, yeah, yay, this is 4-time champion, fighting for it like a real champion, of course. You know, this has really decided the race, right? Because, you know, once obviously, you know, we established the lead, you know, you can see like 21, we are leading, going under the Yas Viceroy W Hotel like a champion over here, and then nicely these highlights are well designed to go to like 41. You know, basically, you know, driving, I think they want to show, just like my angel English said, that I'm just driving like a champion, you know, so smooth, so determined, you know, to keep my perfect record of 5 victories here. Oh yeah, perfect 5. Nice, yeah, Somalian champion. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. We obviously had some objectives to meet, of course, you know, Norris also, you know, really challenged us for the fastest lap, but thankfully we've taken it away from him. And this is how the 2024 FI Formula 1 Championship ended, with Januccia becoming the 4-time Scuderia Ferrari Formula 1 World Champion on 568 points, just 7 points short, sadly, obviously, of that ultimate record. Second, Max Verstappen, Red Bull, 392 points. Third is then Lando Norris, McLaren, 364 points. 4, Charles Leclerc, our Ferrari, illustrious Ferrari teammate for Scuderia Ferrari, finished on 320 points. 5th, Oscar Piastri for McLaren, 239 points. 6th, Fernando Alonso, Aston Martin, 197 points. 7, Sergio Perez, Red Bull, 180 points. 7, my apologies, 8, then George Russell, Mercedes MG Petronas, 173 points. 9, Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes MG Petronas, 119 points. 10, then Alexander Albon, Williams, 32 points. And maybe we should take all the drivers that took place in the championship. So 11, Lance Stroll, Aston Martin, 30 points. 12, Pierre Gasly, Alpine, 24 points. 13, Esteban Ocon, Alpine, 13 points. 14, Yuki Tsunoda, Visakesh RB, 6 points. And if we can over here, okay, we would really like to see if we can obviously, you know, all of the drivers. Yes, okay, so that gives us then 15, Kevin Magnussen has 5 points. 16, Valtteri Bottas kicks over 1 point. 17, Nico Hülkenberg has 0 points. 18, Daniel Ricciardo, Visakesh RB, 0 points. 19, Logan Sargent Williams, 0 points. 28, Joe Guan Yu Sauber, 0 points. So over here, this is how the Drivers' Championship obviously finished. And this is the Constructors' Championship. So you can see us setting a new Formula 1 record. Scuderia Ferrari winning the 2024 FI Formula 1 World Championship with 888 points. 888. Well, you know, 8 World Championships can only happen in Ferrari, right? Michael Schumacher almost got it. Maybe will it be Lewis Hamilton coming to Ferrari, right? Second, McLaren, 603 points. Third, Red Bull, 572 points. 4, Mercedes MG Petronas, 292 points. 5th, Aston Martin, 227 points. 6th, Alpine, 37 points. 7th, Williams, 32 points. 8, Visakesh RB, 6 points. 9, Haas, 5 points. 10, Kick Sauber, 1 point. And you guys, now it's time to celebrate, isn't it? So everybody, let's celebrate! All right. So let's enjoy over here, you know, the final moments of the 2024 FI Formula 1 season. You are the champion! Oh, yes, we made it! Forza Ferrari! Fantastic drive! Yes, we've gotten it! Of course, we've gotten it! Yes, so we will now be celebrating over here. Yes, absolutely amazing. Yes, and we've gotten it. So let's celebrate over here. With obviously all the trophies. Oh yeah! Forza Ferrari number 1. Yeah, we got it. Over here, you know. And yes, let's jump in, you know, with the boys. It's so amazing. Oh yay! Yes, and now we can really celebrate. I think, here, obviously a lot of drivers will be doing donuts. You could have seen some of the fireworks over here. And now, yes.
Their history is well known.
Exactly. Our history is well known. So let's celebrate with it, guys. Yes, we are over here. We made it. Let's go on, yeah! Forza Ferrari! Oh yay! Oh yay! Let's celebrate all together. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Forza Ferrari! Forza Ferrari! Forza Ferrari! La 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 la. La 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 la. We love racing. We love Formula 1 racing. Oh yay! Nice, yeah. So this was absolutely amazing over here. We are so happy, how it panned out. And now let's review the whole season, shall we? So over here, we can take a look. We are obviously beating our rival because this is our overall rating. So our overall rating has improved to a very handy 82. Look at this, because our experience, stayed at 76, but we improved it a little bit more. Racecraft almost to 78, staying almost at 77, staying exactly at 77. Awareness improved to 77. Pace, we did a great job with the objective set by my engineer to get to 85, and focus at 73, and you will get many more focus points, once you obviously dispatch your, the rating rival. And over here, everybody, let's, enjoy it, because again, at the end, there are so many things, happening here. So yeah, you can see, for example, the comparison with the recognition. But what I would really like to take a look at is, for example, here, you can see, so this is great things about the driver detail, right? So here, you can see as I'm dreaming, because, I've gotten lots of accolades, not the one for race starts, but I've gotten the one for top 5 qualifying. I completed the Tier 1 with obviously 10 of them. And for top 10 finishes, I completed Tier 1 with obviously 10 of them. Podium finishes, obviously I completed Tier 1 with 10 of them. And championship points, actually I completed Tier 1 because I've gotten 52. And then I also completed Tier 2 because I've gotten 500 points. So, these accolades are great, and they help you to improve your overall rating. And I think it's really great, like the game, the way it's designed in the F1 24 simulation over here is absolutely amazing. We really love it. So over here we can take a look at, this is our overall standings. Obviously, how it finished with all these beautiful trophies. You can see with Jan Luksha being the drivers champion and Scuderia Ferrari being the constructors champion. Oh yay! Yeah, absolutely amazing, isn't it? So you guys over here, we've obviously already went over the table. So let's take a look at all of our trophies that we have, as well. So yeah, they are over here. So you can see how I was absolutely dominating it over here. So let's enjoy it all together over here. Yes, it looks magnificent. Bahrain Shakir first. Saudi Arabia Jeddah first. Australia Melbourne first. Japan Suzuka first. China Shanghai first. Miami Gardens first. Imola first. Monaco Monte Carlo 19. Canada Montreal first. Spain Barcelona first. Austria Spielberg first. Great Britain Silverstone first. Hungary Budapest first. Belgium Spa-Francorchamps first, setting the new record for the best start to the Formula 1 season. Netherlands Zandvoort first. Monza 7th. Azerbaijan Baku 5th. Singapore first. Texas Austin 2nd, and winning our 4th Formula 1 World title. Mexico City 2nd. Brazil Sao Paulo 1st. Las Vegas 1st. Qatar Lusail 7th, and becoming the sprint Formula 1 World Champion. And Abu Dhabi Yas Island 1st. And of course becoming the driver standing Jan Luksha, and constructor standing Scuderia Ferrari World Champion. Wow! So yeah, absolutely amazing, right? So yeah, we definitely wanted you to see the trophies, and let's not forget, obviously, all the sprints. China Shanghai 1st, and Miami Gardens 7th. Austria Spielberg 1st. Texas Austin 1st. Brazil Sao Paulo 5th, and Qatar Losail 1st. Very, very important victory there, which nailed it for us. And you guys, let's take a look over here. So before we go to the contracts, let's go to the driver statistics. So this is how well I've done in this season. So obviously, you know, I won the Drivers' Championship. This is my 4th Drivers' Championship, Constructors' Championship. This is my 5th in 5 seasons for Scuderia Ferrari. That's why I'm the biggest fan. And Ferrari's fastest driver, pole positions 20, total points 568, race wins 18, obviously 4 sprint wins, podium finishes 20, obviously 4 sprint podiums. Average finish 2nd because of some of the obviously, you know, lowly positions. Average grid 2nd, same result. Kilometers driven 15,920. Fastest laps 28, 23 in Grand Prix, 5 in sprints. And laps driven 2,623. Team Joe, of course, won. We are only driving for Ferrari over here, and that also means that at the end of the season, you will always be asked, you know, to choose. And here is what is gonna be happening. So everybody, let's take a look at it. So yes, you can see we've gotten to the end of the season, which means it is time to negotiate our contract. So here you have all of the teams, the competitors, and yeah, basically, you know, yeah, I can definitely choose to negotiate with the other team, or of course, why would we do that? We are staying with Scuderia Ferrari! Yes! So look at this. So this is my Monaco, that real home sweet home, which is here, right? Isn't it? And yes, here is the contract offer, right? So you can see. So now I will look at it, and obviously I will sign it, right? So here you can then you can see your overall rating with your experience, racecraft, awareness, pace, and focus. And here you can choose, so you will get the recognition. Also, you have the focus and the rating of your teammate and yourself. There's, you know, what bonus you can get here. You can set your target rating. I'm at 82. Recommended is 85, but I will stay at 82. You have to choose anywhere between 79 to 90, and to at least get it or beat it in order to, of course, get a new contract. You can set the contract length, which is great for 1, 2, or 3 seasons. If you choose 2 or 3 seasons, there is always the renegotiation date, which takes place right after Abu Dhabi. And why would we renegotiate everything, right? Anything, right? Okay, so yes, obviously over here, yes, we will get there very, very soon. Okay, so you can see, so now, yes, we've told you, you know, everything about it. And yes, here are just, you know, final adjustments. And look, I will now hold to sign. And that's it, contract signing! Contract sign! Forza Ferrari! Yay! Yes, and you know, that means that, of course, I will continue to the 2025 FIA Formula 1 season. So you guys, you know, I really hope that you know, you enjoy it over here. You know, this is absolutely, you know, great, yes, so much fun. And you know, if it can fulfill your childhood dream, just like it did with me, it doesn't get any better than it does it. So obviously this was the race reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed over here. And now I will jump into a few of the swimming pools located over here at the Yes Marina W Viceroy Hotel to celebrate my 4th championship for Scuderia Ferrari. I'm also the sprint champion. We are the champion with Scuderia Ferrari for the 5th time. That's why my banner for the 10th Formula 1 champion is there at the Ferrari World, located obviously, you know, just down that way. You can perhaps see it in the background. This is where we will be going on the fastest roller coaster in the world, because that's the only thing that the fastest driver, the Ferrari driver, loves obviously to enjoy. So everybody, have a great, you know, enjoyable off-season. This is Jan, the Small X champion, Ferrari's biggest fan, Ferrari's fastest driver, and Ferrari's 4th time Formula 1 World Champion!